Okay.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Ladies League 2020. We're getting started here, and I appreciate you making the time to get together on this Zoom call. We want to get everybody on the same page because it's starting so late, and I know everyone has a lot of questions regarding social distancing. I will be addressing that by the end of this little presentation. But once again, if anyone just joined us late, if you have questions, feel free to use that Zoom group chat on the right side of your screen, or you can always email us at our email addresses. The first thing I want to do is introduce our new head golf professional at Jones and Player course. He's Jason Beefort's understudy this year. His name is Greg Murdoch. You probably remember him as my understudy down at Apple last year, and he will be running the league up top this year on Wednesdays. He'll be handling the scoring for all the leagues. So you'll see Greg up at Jones Player throughout the course of the year. He might stop by once in a while and, pay a visit to us at Apple, but Jason has him doing everything up top. So I wish him the best, but he's also a good resource for any questions you might have. Golf starts next Tuesday, I'm happy to say. We will begin Ladies League the day after Memorial Day, and it's obviously not too late to sign up. I know a lot of ladies were waiting for this meeting to sign up. Simple enough. You can sign up, just go to the website, go to Ladies Leagues, and there'll be a link there for you to sign up. After you are confirmed in the league, I will send an email to release you to have the ability to book your tee times online through Golf Genius as you have in the past, and you'll be all set. Tee times are posted for Tuesdays and Thursdays, because we have a new Thursday league already on Golf Genius, and Greg is in the process of finalizing the Wednesday time, but we'll talk about that. First thing I want to talk about, it's been a long time since I've seen a lot of you. There's a lot that's new at Lyman Orchards, so I kind of wanted to give you a recap of what's going on. The first thing you'll see here at Jones and Player course when you pull into the parking lot is our brand new golf carts. So we have brand new golf carts at Jones Player, 192 brand spanking new with GPS, the ability to play Bluetooth radio on the cart. It's a much more comfortable ride. It's a quieter ride. It's a smoother ride. Golf carts. So you'll see that at Jones Player. We have a new golf app. So for you that like to walk, obviously you can't use the GPS on the carts. If you're walking, you can download the Lyman Orchards Golf Club app. It has GPS on it, it has a scorecard on it, and we're going to talk a lot about scorecards today and the new rules due to social distancing. So that's an option that you have there when you're playing golf. One of the big expenditures that the Lyman family did was we redid every single bunker on the property. If you go to our Facebook page, we have a video showing what it takes to redo one bunker. And we've redone every bunker on the property, even the ones at Apple 9, even the ones in the Apple 9 on the practice area. They've all been redone. They're amazing. And you'll see that immediately when you go in your first bunker. Another thing, once we're able to open the interior of the restaurant at Jones Player, you'll see a completely new restaurant. We've redone it top to bottom, new bar area, new floor, new walls, new televisions, new look when you walk in. We've gone from that dated look to a more contemporary look. I can't wait for the governor to release, give us permission to open up there. Everybody's very excited about the new restaurant, and I'm sure you'll take a good look at it and have lunch or dinner up there once it's reopened. And the final thing I wanted to say is, obviously everyone knows we had a very mild winter, and it kind of has gone a little to waste because of the pandemic. But because it was such a mild winter, our superintendent was able to do an even better job with the golf courses. These courses are the best shape I've ever seen. I've only been here for 3 years, but Jason has been here much longer. He says it's the best shape he's ever seen them. Mine hasn't had a round in 6 weeks, so once you come on the Apple 9, it's brand new golf course. Looks like Augusta National out there. Really is in perfect shape, and I can't wait for everyone to be able to see it first league day. Let's talk about availability of playing golf. First, we'll start up top with Jones Player. I know a lot of ladies have been interested in the Wednesday league. Greg Murdoch is the head on that, and the tee times are at 10 a.m. on Wednesday or 4:30 p.m. on Wednesday. It's all one big group of ladies that compete for the same pot, but you would have the opportunity to play Player or Jones, whatever Greg and Jason pick as the course of the day, and you'd be able to play at either 10 or 4:30. All those tee times are done once again by signing up on the app, or you can call the pro shop, whatever is easier. For Apple 9, it's a little different. We have Tuesdays, traditionally Tuesday morning and Tuesday evening, but because the league has grown so much, especially in the Tuesday evening category, we decided to expand it a bit. We are offering now a Thursday evening league as well. So from 4:30 to 5:30, we'll start out with a little smaller time frame. You'll have the ability to play Thursday nights in addition to Tuesday. So sometimes Tuesday might be kind of lousy. It might be a rainy day. There's a backup plan Thursday night. And we're hoping that ladies will gobble that up and utilize those tee times, because this lady league has grown like wildfire, and what we're limited on was our tee time availability. So we decided to open up Thursday afternoons and offer that as well. Now specifically to the Apple 9. Unfortunately, those new golf carts, which were ordered at the beginning of the year for Apple 9, they're not making their way down to Apple right now. The pandemic has changed the rules of golf carts. If you've been to the property recently, or you've been to any golf property, you know that it's one person per cart right now. It doesn't matter if it's husband, wife, father, son, mother, daughter. It's one person per cart. It's put a real strain on our carts. So with 36 holes up top, and those courses much more difficult to walk, we have placed all 192 golf carts up top at Player Jones. We go through them daily. We use every one of them, and after they come in, they're spun around and sanitized properly, washed properly, and put back out into play. Sometimes people have to wait 15, 20 minutes to get a cart. That's the demand of ridership up at Jones Player. So until that demand goes down a little bit, we're not going to have the ability to have gas carts at Apple 9. I'm hoping that changes quickly. We'll have to just see what our GM has in store for us. So only thing we'll have available for rent down here is push carts and not gas carts. League fees. League fees will be $15 this year, and they're $19 for the general public. So it's $4 savings each time you come to the property to play 9 holes on a league day. Sign up for the tee times I mentioned earlier online via Golf Genius or by calling the pro shop. If you've never used Golf Genius before, go to your computer, call the pro shop. We'll be more than happy to walk you through it. It's much more convenient than calling the pro shop, just simply because you can book a time at 8:30 at night or 6:30 in the morning. You don't have to worry about talking to someone in the pro shop. You can do it at your leisure from your phone, from your computer. We want to make this as easy as possible because we want you to play golf. We ask if you do not email or leave voicemails with tee times. It's really hard to monitor that. I mean, I'm pretty good with my email, but I can only speak for myself. Voicemails I'm very, very, very bad with. So I would hate to have you leave a voicemail on my box or our general inquiry box for a tee time. So if you get a voicemail, please call back just call back. You can't really stop by in person right now. So please call back. Ladies tee times, I kind of jumped around here and I apologize. Ladies tee times for Apple 9. Tuesday mornings, 8:30 to 11:30 as it was last year. Tuesday evening, 3:30 to 6:50. 6:50 is really pushing it, but some ladies, that doesn't matter to them if they get 9 holes and they just want to play golf. So we've extended it all the way to 6:50. Feel free to book any of those times. And as I mentioned earlier, Thursday evening, 4:30 to 5:30. Wednesday league back up top. Gas carts are obviously available. The new carts are available. And push carts, unfortunately, are not available. We've moved all the push carts down here to the Apple 9. Greens fees are $30 on the player course to ride 9 holes of golf. When we have the ability to play Jones, you'll have the ability to walk or ride. And the price for Jones to ride 9 is still $30, and the price to walk Jones will be a little bit less. Jones is a much friendlier walking course, and player is much more difficult, especially the front 9. So in order to keep pace of play up, which is a big priority up top, we were going to ask everyone to ride their 9-hole rounds if we're on player. Okay, let's talk about the format of the league. A lot of ladies remember from last year, we tried something new. We went to a format where we pay out not only the player who played the best, but the player who played the best in relation to themselves. That's called gross and net scoring. And Like I said, net scoring involves a handicap. All the ladies that played last year has a handicap thanks to Greg Murdoch. He did a great job keeping up with everyone's rounds and adjusting them monthly. He'll continue to do that. And to explain to you who might not understand what net scoring is, let's just pretend that I'm a 0 handicap and Greg is a 9 handicap. What that means is Greg is going to get a shot on every hole. So Greg clearly is probably not going to beat me on a regular day, but if he plays better than he usually does and I play worse than I usually do, he should beat me. That's what net scoring is all about. And if anybody has any more questions about it, I'd be happy to go into a little more detail, but it can get pretty detailed. I just want you to know the reason we put it in was so that the same players, the best players have been playing since they were in diapers, they don't necessarily win every week. They may win gross every week, but net scoring is for everyone. On Tuesdays and Tuesday mornings, Tuesday evenings, and Wednesdays, Tuesday mornings and Tuesday evenings, 2 gross and 2 net prizes are paid out every single week. On Thursdays at Apple, since it's a limited group, only an hour long, 1 gross and 1 net will be paid out. And up top at Jones Player, just like last year, 1 gross and 2 nets will be paid out. Ties are just split right down the middle. We don't go to a handy extra, whoever played better on the highest handicap hole. We just split it right down the middle. Handicaps, I mentioned, will be reevaluated monthly, and all participants will eventually develop a handicap. All the ladies who are new to the league, you don't have a handicap, but if you play a couple rounds of golf, Greg will be able to know that, and by July 1st, you'll have a handicap. One of the scoring things that we did last year was closest to the pin. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do that right now due to social distancing. We can't put the sign out there and then have everybody touch the same pencil and same piece of paper. So there will be no closest to the pin until the social distancing guidelines get relieved. Scoring. So we're all accustomed to coming into the pro shop and grabbing a scorecard and a pencil and going out to the first tee. Unfortunately, we are not allowed by state mandate to hand out pencils or scorecards. We cannot do it. Sounds a little silly, but if everybody put their hand in that same box of pencils and scorecards, there's a risk of people contracting the virus. So we've had to eliminate the distribution of scorecards. That's one of the reasons why I'm pushing the app so much. You can still put scores in through the app. So let's just say we're playing as a foursome. Mary, myself, Kathleen, and Marianne are all playing as a foursome, and I have the app. I can put the scores in for the whole group if you choose. Now, if you choose to not want to score, it's no problem. You don't have to put your scores in. We don't mandate that. But the only way to do scoring will be through the app. At the end of your round, if you want to call your scores into the pro shop, you can. We'll get into why you have to call it in and not just show up in the pro shop and hand us your scores in just a moment. Scoring will be done on Friday morning. So we'll have results at some point Friday for the whole week. Greg will make time on Friday morning to do the scoring for Tuesday morning, Tuesday evening, Wednesday, and Thursday evening, and have it posted at some time on Fridays. And players cannot win 2 prizes in a week. We will pay out the higher of the prizes. If you happen to play on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday and win all 3, we'll pay the higher of the prizes, but we will not pay out all 3. We do want to spread the wealth a little bit, but you're more than welcome to play during every league session. If you want to play Tuesday night and Wednesday morning, you're more than welcome. I'll talk a little bit about social distancing here, and then after that, I'll open it up to any questions anyone might have. So the first thing you'll notice when you pull into the parking lot is no one is allowed in the clubhouse. So when it comes time to pay for your round of golf, you're going to just simply have to call the pro shop. There'll be an A-frame sign with a phone number on top so that you can see, you'll be able to call in your payment. This is the way we've been doing it at the Jones Player Course for the past 6 weeks. We've kind of got used to it as a staff. Anyone who's coming to the facility for the first time, you might feel that inconvenience. Say, hey, I like coming to the pro shop. I like talking with John and Greg and Cassidy and Alyssa and Sarah. Unfortunately, you're going to have to do that over the phone. It's all part of the social distancing guidelines. They're to protect you and to protect my staff as well. Payment can only be done by credit card or gift card. So we will not be taking cash payment at all. Range balls can be purchased prior or after your round. So if you wanted to purchase range balls, you do so in the same manner. You would make a phone call, say, I'd like to buy a large bucket of balls. And what we'll do is we're going to bring you the tokens through the snack bar window. They'll be sanitized after every usage. We'll give you the tokens. You'll go to the range. You'll grab a basket out of the sanitized solution, put the basket underneath, put the coins in, and you'll have balls at your dispense. We'll have a table out there with sanitizer as well if you happen to need to utilize that. But we will be selling all range baskets over the phone. A lot of ladies have asked me about if we're doing our card promotion. We are doing a card promotion. It's going to be a similar promotion as last year, as well as the season pass. And if you get a card or the season pass, you are given a special credit card that works in the machine out there, so you don't ever have to call the pro shop and read me 16 digits plus expiration and security number. You'll just have your card and go right to the range. 6 feet of social distancing. You'll see signs all over the place saying it's mandatory. I know we've heard it on the news. We are taking that very, very seriously. Golf was taken away from 2 courses locally because they didn't adhere to the social distancing guidelines. We will be adhering to it. We've done a very good job, and we're going to continue to do a good job. So just don't take offense if someone says to you, listen, ladies, we're getting a little too close. We're just trying to protect this golf course, and we want to make sure that no one gets sick here at Lyman. So 6 feet of social distancing, mandatory at all times. We actually won't be touching the flag sticks at all. The flag sticks are in, and they're not going to be taken out. Again, we don't want people touching the flag sticks due to coronavirus. So many of you have played here already, and we used to have these foam inserts that go into the cup so the ball can't fall in. I'm going to share with you on the screen the new contraption that we've just purchased for the holes. Let's see if I can find it. See if I can use this. It's pretty neat. Here it is. See, the ball goes into the hole, and you take your putter up top and you lift this hook, and the ball comes flying out of the hole. It's been a big success story across the state. We just put them in on Sunday. Greg can speak to it, I'm sure. But the ball goes in the hole now, and you still don't have to touch it. All you have to do is use that little lever to lift it up. You'll see that there's no rakes on the golf course. I know everyone's accustomed to hitting in the new bunkers. They want to rake up these beautiful new bunkers. You're going to have to use your foot for the time being. There'll be no rakes out there. Again, coronavirus protocol. As Marissa Crow likes to say, the most important question she gets on 101 is, where's the bathroom? Well, the bathroom is still open. Some courses are not opening their bathrooms, believe it or not. We have a special entrance off the patio that we will allow you to use the bathroom. They'll be sanitized regularly. I can reassure you of that. But you will only be able to use it through that one entrance off the back patio. So the front door will be locked. The door that's next to the snack bar will be locked. And the only door that will be open is that bathroom door that's off the back patio. And on a hot day, I know we're still going to get requests for drinks and snacks, and maybe you need some new golf balls because you don't have any left. All of that can still be purchased. At the time of booking your greens fee, simply say, John, I really could use a sleeve of a new Titleist. Or, can I have 2 bottles of water? Not a problem. We will ring that up for you. We'll put gloves on, and we'll bring them outside to you. It's been a regular practice up top at Jones Player. The staff is used to it, and we'll bring it right out to you. Curbside service here at Lyman Orchards. That's pretty much all I have to speak of regarding my agenda, but I do want to open it to questions to anyone if they have any questions. Greg is monitoring the Zoom group chat on the side there, so he can answer anything there. I see a couple things have already popped up, so I'll address those questions first. Can you save credit card info so we don't have to give it each week? Kathleen, unfortunately, we cannot. We are not able to do that. The only thing we can do is encourage buying the season pass. Basically, if you bought the season pass, you can just kind of wave through the window or call up and say, hi, it's Kathleen, I'm here. and we say, all right, you're all set. The season pass, I should mention this, we decided to prorate it due to the fact the season is a little shorter now. All the season pass holders who had purchased earlier were able to play the player course for free for 6 weeks, so that was a nice bonus for them. But for now, we've lowered the price, and I encourage you to take a look at that. If you're a person that plays here 1.5 times a week, is what I usually say, it's kind of a no-brainer. If you and another significant other want to purchase the season pass, it's really a low price. It's like, I think $6.99 for a family is what we lowered it to, and that counts 5 people. So that's the only way really around. That's really the only way around not giving us your credit card every time. Let's see here. You should keep the pop-up ball every time. I think we might. I had played golf with a gentleman. He's 73 years old, and he's got this rubber thing on the back of his putter, and he can't get it in the hole anymore with the flag stick in there. So he's really excited that we have these little hooks on the flag sticks. Now he can use that hook and then still use his plunger to pick the golf ball up. I don't see it going anywhere, especially because we probably paid a decent amount for these things. So I do see it sticking around. At least at Apple 9. I don't want to speak to Jones player, but at Apple, I have no reason to get rid of it. How can the money in the prize pool be used? Good question. Money in the prize money can be used on any merchandise in the golf shop. So if you wanted to purchase something from the golf shop once it reopens, or if you know, listen, I really want to get a hat, we can bring stuff to the window for you and show you. But anything can be purchased from the shop. You can utilize it to purchase drinks, snacks as well here at the Apple 9. And one of the best features that Lyman offers is you can use it for private instruction. So just say you have $50 from last year and you really want to do a little warm-up lesson with Marissa or Andra or myself, you can use it towards instruction. And not a lot of places allow you to do that. We pride ourselves on our instructional program here, so you can utilize it for instruction. Oh, and you can use it for range balls too. The only thing you cannot use it for is green fees. We don't allow you to use it for greens fees or card fees. Which app do we use to enter our scores? You will use the Golf Genius app. Everyone should get a link to the Golf Genius app once they pay the league fee. You'll get an email from Golf Genius. If you haven't gotten that email, simply just send me a message and I will make sure that you get that email. You can download it on your iPhone or Android device very easily. And I've used it. I use it on my winter golf trip that I run every winter. And it saves me a lot of time because I don't have to add up anybody's scores. Everybody's scores are just added in there for us. And unfortunately, really is the only option we have at this time. Are masks required while on premises? It's a great question. We are not requiring masks while on premises because we are requiring you to stay 6 feet apart. We are not requiring our indoor staff to wear masks because we're not allowing anyone in the pro shop. I feel like this might be the norm around most golf courses, but let me tell you that if you'd like to wear a mask, we see probably a quarter to a fifth of the players that are coming to the Jones and Player course, they're wearing masks, and feel free to wear masks. One of the instructors on our team, our newest instructor, Jason Goblick, he prefers to wear his mask. No problem, wear the mask. Whatever makes you feel more comfortable, but we are not mandating it. So if it's 95 degrees and you want to play 9 holes on the Apple 9 on a Tuesday, we're not going to make you wear that mask. Do we book individual tee times or are groups assigned? You will book individual tee times on the Golf Genius app. Now, let's say you don't know anyone. You're new to the league. That's not a problem. You can partner yourself up with any single, twosome, or threesome that you see on the app. If you're unsure on how to do that, simply give us a call here at the Pro Shop, and we'll partner you up accordingly at the time that you'd like. You have the ability to book tee times up to 1 month in advance. Is scoring kept for the Apple 9 League? Yes, scoring is kept. We talked about the gross and net scoring and how that works. In order to win prizes, you do need to turn in a scorecard, via the app. But if you choose to just want to play 9 recreationally and not turn your scorecard in, that's not a problem. The goal of this league, especially the Apple 9 League, is to just get players out there playing golf. It might be your first league you've ever played in. we want to make it as competitive as you want to make it. So if you want to compete, we want you to. If you don't want to compete, that's quite fine. You call ahead to pay for our tea time. You can call ahead day of. So anytime during that day, you're more than welcome to call ahead. Our system is not sophisticated enough to handle payment a day or 2 days in advance. So we can take it day of. So if you're in the 5 o'clock league and you're on your lunch break, yep, no problem. Call it in. Be happy to do it. It'll save you some time. It'll save you some time. Will the patio be set up, social distancing, and foods available at the window? The answer to that is no. We will not have the tables set up here at Apple 9 at the current time. There are no chairs, there are no benches. Everything that we put out needs to be sanitized, so we don't have anywhere to sit down right now. We don't have anywhere to have a drink after. That might change with Governor Lamont's policies, but right now at Apple 9, we are not putting anything out. The snack bar is technically open just for drinks, both non-alcoholic and alcoholic drinks, and some snacks like Snickers bars and crackers, but that's all we have at the current time. We're hoping that will change at some point in mid-June. Up top at Jones Player, they're doing the exact opposite. They are setting the big tent up. So starting Wednesday, they'll have that tent ready to go for you to order lunch or dinner. They'll also have to-go service available. So after the round of golf, even here at Apple, if you wanted to take a ride up top and eat up top, you're more than welcome to. There's a new menu, like I had stated, and they've set the tables up overlooking the range. It's absolutely beautiful in the evening if you've never sat on the porch before when the sun is setting, and that will be available. Let's see, next question. How do we buy the season pass? Call in with credit card and give names. The answer to that is yes, but there's also another option. If you wanted to purchase the season pass, you could do so online as well. If you go to our, this is a little complicated, but if you email me, I'll just send you a direct link. If you go to our website and you go to book a lesson, once you go to that book a lesson, it's going to bring you to a page where you can say buy products. Under buy products, you'll find the season pass for not only family, but couples, single, range, and I think those are, might be all. But there's 2 opportunities. So you can call in and we'll take care of you like that, or you can do it via the web. Like I said, if you're interested, email me and I'll send you a direct link, but you can do it through the book a lesson tab on lymangolf.com. Last year, league fee of $95 included the end of the year banquet. I'm guessing this year will not be the case. Your guess is as good as mine right now. We will see what happens. Our league banquet is in mid-October. We're hoping that the social distancing guidelines are relaxed enough that we can host an event like that. I feel like it's too preliminary to cancel. I feel like if kids go back to school, that'll change everything when it comes to what we're able to do here at Lyman Orchards. So at the present time, we're not canceling that banquet. But if we do cancel the banquet, we will come up with an alternate plan. Will the tea time move up for Wednesday evenings on Player Jones like they were for tournaments last year? Not sure exactly what you mean by that, Nancy. If you want to turn your mic on and ask, to just clarify.
They moved the beginner tees up even closer on some of the holes that were a little tougher.
Greg, I know you've spoken with Jason regarding that. What are the plans on moving tee boxes up on Jones?
So we do have tee boxes that we do plan on moving up. I don't think they're in place yet, but throughout the season, we definitely will be putting those in.
Well, that was a common question we had last year. How do we shorten Jones? Jason Beeford has been on that. I think he ordered some product. They're basically plates that go in the fairway. But like a lot of the things that we purchase for these pro shops, these states are closed. So I haven't seen these plates come in yet, but they will be out there in due time. Thank you for the question. If we buy a season pass, do we still pay the $30 weekly fee for the league, or would that be part of the pass? You found the gray area, Kristen. The season pass at Apple 9 is just for Apple 9 in the range at Apple 9. The season pass at the membership is considerably more up at Jones Player. I think, what's a single membership go for right now, Greg?
Full single membership is $28.50, and that's for all 45 holes.
So it's a change of $699 to $2,850. I would have to pass the buck on that to the general manager to make a decision on that. My guess is he's probably going to say no because of the fact that the prices are so outstandingly different. But I do appreciate the question. Thank you.
As a season pass holder, we will honor a rate for you if you do play up top. So it would just be a 10% discount if you are a season pass holder and you want to play in the league up top.
Okay. Thanks, Greg. I think I've read all the questions on the Zoom group chat board. If anyone has any questions, just simply I had turned all your mics off. Just turn your mic back on, and I'd be happy to answer.
Hi, John. I just sent one in. If someone has that's joined the league but they have a slight disability where they need a cart, can you accommodate that?
I do not have an answer to your question right now. I will get an answer to you. That's Patricia August speaking, correct?
I'm sorry?
Was that Patricia August speaking?
Correct.
I will talk to the general manager and see what the decision is.
Okay.
I don't want to say yes or no because I can't to that.
I'm just afraid if that was a known fact, that could have been a decision, a different decision for an individual. So that's why I'm just concerned.
I appreciate the question. I'm sure there might be another lady or two out there with a similar question. I will get the answer to that and I will reply to you personally.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Are there any other questions for Greg or myself?
I have a quick question, please.
Hi, Linda.
This is my first time doing the league, and I just want to make sure I understand. So I've paid the $95 to be on the league.
Yes.
And I can sign up either for the Apple 9, which I pay $15 each time I play, and then I pay $30 if I play on the other course. That's on Wednesdays, is it? Like
Yeah, we have the opportunity to play League Jones players on Wednesdays, yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
John, I was wondering, you said that the season's pass doesn't pay for up top, but will it cover the greens fees on Apple 9 for the league?
Yes, it will.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it
Okay,
will.
thanks.
And there were quite a few ladies last year who were season pass holders that were part of the league. And like I said, if you know that you like to play more than once a week, 1.5 times a week, it's a complete no-brainer to join the single plan. If you have a significant other that you want to join with, the price is really low. It's a complete no-brainer if you play once a week with that significant other. We want people to play Apple 9. We really are encouraging the season pass. It'll make it a lot easier for you rather than calling 16 credit card numbers in plus security code and expiration. It's a big convenience, and you'll get your money's worth.
John, I have a question.
Certainly.
Right, it's $95 for the fee, and let's say mid-June, all of a sudden, something happens in the state of Connecticut and they suspend all golfing throughout the state. Is there any refund prorated for that fee? If for some reason Apple 9 is closed, or because people aren't following the rules.
Great question. Thank you, Margot. We will refund every dollar that we haven't spent already on prizes. So let's just say $10 had gone to prizes. We would refund everybody the $85 fee. That's if we are forced to close the Apple 9 or we choose to close the Apple 9. And just so everyone knows, we were not forced to close the Apple 9 for this past 6 weeks. The CEO of the company, of Lyman, chose to close Apple 9. for social distancing reasons. He wanted to make sure that we could do a great job at Jones Player First. Its visibility from the street makes it a target. There were people going around taking pictures, trying to get courses shut down. Also, if you've played Apple 9 and you've gone to the range, it's very fraternal. It's very family. There are people everywhere, and it's not regimented. So you might have a father, a daughter, a mother, and a son all together within 6 feet of each other. And 6 weeks ago, that was, even now it's a little bit of a no-no, but 6 weeks ago, we couldn't have anybody, not even people who lived in the same household next to each other. So we did it on our own reconnaissance. We feel like we were conservative, but we've done it the right way, and we feel we have the ability to open safely this coming Thursday. Any other questions about the league or any social distancing that we're doing? Be happy to answer. Once again, just to remind everyone and remind your friends, I actually pushed the record button on this session, so I'm going to upload this to YouTube. So everyone will get an email saying basically with this exact video.
Hey, John.
Yes, Judy.
I just have a quick question. So
Sure.
when we arrive on Tuesday for the league, is there going to be anybody out in the parking lot or near the first tee that is sort of telling us which group is going, or are we self-managing ourselves? Because we usually arrive, 15, 20 minutes early. And if we have to call in and pay with our credit card, we need to account for that as well. So how are we supposed to know which group we're behind and that sort of thing?
Awesome question. Awesome question. Generally here at Apple 9, there's really no starter. We kind of hop on the tee when it's our turn, and it's very easy. But for week 1, you'll definitely see me out there. I'll be out there the whole time in the morning and in the evening, making sure that everybody is being proper with social distancing, encouraging the ladies to call the pro shop and answering any questions. And I'll also be monitoring the first tee. So I'll be out there. And then Tyler, my new first assistant here, is replacing Greg, Tyler Florio. He's going to be groomed into that role as well. So he'll be working as my understudy this year, and he'll learn how to do that as well. We hope that after a couple weeks that we'll be able to just kind of do it on our own, but I'll be there to hold everybody's hand week 1 for certain.
Okay, great. Thank you.
You're
And I
welcome.
have a question. You might have said it, but I don't know if I heard it. What is the cost for a season pass for Apple 9 for a single? I know I heard like a 2-person, but about a single. What's the cost?
Bear with me 1 second. I'm going to show you.
Okay.
Bear with me 1 second. I want you to keep in mind when I show you these numbers that these are prorated. These are not our regular prices. So next year, the prices are going to be they're going to look a lot more, but we've prorated them this year. All right, so here is, I'm going to share the screen again. Microsoft Edge. Share. These are the prices for the range. Excuse me, for season pass at Apple. So you'll see season pass families, $6.99. Season pass couples, 2 people, and we're pretty relaxed. If doesn't have to be husband, wife, husband, wife. It has to be, could be father, son, could be mother, daughter. We're pretty relaxed on that, 2 people. Single is $4.99. Range, just the range only, which probably you don't qualify for that because you want to play golf, but there are people that just want to hit balls at the range, $3.99. And then junior, high school age and under, playing the Apple 9, $2.99. And if you see up top that you would click on this button here. So if you went to Lyman Orchards and book a lesson, you'll see this bar. You click on buy products, and then you click season passes. And here we are again.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any final questions? Oh, we got a couple that have popped up on the chat. Let's see here. The season pass does pay. Yes, the season pass pays for greens fees at Apple. That is correct. Can you give us the phone number? Yes, I'd be happy to. The phone number is 860, Greg, type it in, 860-398-6480. That's for Apple 9 only. 860-398-6480. If you play on Wednesdays and you want to play Jones Player, it's a different number. We could take your payment down here, but it's easier if you call their individual pro shop. 860-349-6031. Sue, yes, this was recorded. And Greg has posted that on the chat. So Golf Center number, Apple 9 is 860-398-6480. Jones and Player, 860-349-6031. Taxes included on the season pass.
John, how many total weeks is the league?
Good question. 5, 9, 13. I'm going to guess 18 to 20. Off the top of my
I didn't see an end date, or maybe I just missed it. So I know it starts May 26th, but I didn't know what it ran through.
It runs through the middle of October, early to mid-October. The date is, I think it's, I'll tell you right now. Let's see. Greg, do you know off the top of your head? I can't find it on.
I do not know.
I'd have to go into Golf Genius to look. I want to say it's either the first or second week in October. And that's,
Oh, that's good. That gives me a good sense.
yes. And a lot of times, ladies, especially obviously not in the PM, but the AM ladies, they'll keep playing. If there's a great Tuesday, 60 degrees on a Tuesday in late October, they'll keep playing. Or Wednesday morning ladies, they'll keep playing. But out of fairness to the afternoon ladies, we kind of close it down at the beginning of October. Any last minute questions? Once again, if you have any questions you think of after we leave this chat, feel free to simply email me. It's Jay, my last name, Dipolina, at lymangolf.com. I'm sure you've seen many emails come to your inbox from me, so I'm sure there's one sitting there. Reminder that some of the emails, if you're not getting some of our emails, you may have opted out. If you'd like to opt back in, please let me know. I'll check on that. Some of the ladies have found some of my emails in the junk and spam file. It might be there. Try to take it out of there, and you'll be able to see what's going on a little more at Lyman. I know Lyman in the past bombards people with emails. It's kind of annoying, but try to save mine.
John, I have one more question.
Sure.
If I were to buy the season pass and decided to play Tuesday morning and then Thursday, could it be applied for the league?
Absolutely.
Okay, so I can.
Tuesdays and Thursdays are played at Apple 9, so you could play. And if you wanted to play on Saturday morning and Sunday morning, no problem.
Okay.
Basically, the thing we would still ask you is to call the pro shop, make a tee time on the days that aren't league times. And when you get here, you say, hey, Marv, I'm here, John. I'm ready to play. And then we'd say, okay, the tee is yours. Or
Okay, thank you so much.
you're welcome.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is there any way you can think about maybe like a 10 play pass or something, so we wouldn't have to pay every time, we just pay for, a 10 play card, and then once that's used up, we buy another one, something like that?
We have on the app, and we've developed a program on the app for Jones and Player course, a rewards card. Unfortunately, with the ability, we have to still figure out how we're going to work this rewards card when we can't touch your iPhone when you bring it in. So we had something in store for Jones and Player. We're not planning on doing anything for the Apple 9 because the price point we feel is so low that it's pretty fair to buy just the season pass. I know it's probably not what you wanted to hear there, but with the price point coming down to the prorated and the price point being, we feel very competitive to begin with, we're probably not going to introduce a 10 pass for Apple 9. But for Jones Player, there is a rewards plan on the app. Greg, any last words?
No, I appreciate all your time, ladies. I look forward to doing Ladies League. It's one of my favorite things to do on the back end, and I'm just excited to get it kicked off.
Tuesday is going to be good weather. I know it. I wish we started today. It's perfect out there today.
Yeah.
Well, if anyone has any questions, like I said, feel free to call the Pro Shop, email me, and we'll be happy to answer those questions for you.
Can I just add one more thing to that last question that was
Sure.
asked of you as far as a multi-pass? I know what you're saying is, there's certainly they couldn't afford to do a discount, but if you wanted to do a multi-pass, which would bottom line be costing $15 for each play, like I think the point is to not have to deal with all the exchanges with purchasing the time. I don't know if that's what that question was meant for as well, but
yeah, there's definitely going to be some toughness by checking in. We've seen these times they're crazy. They're making it very difficult on not only the consumer but the business on how to run their business. We would much rather have you come into the Pro Shop, take a look at all the new shoes and garments and everything here in the Pro Shop, greet you face to face, and let you put your credit card into the slot and pay that way. We would have to do that. This is the best we really can do. It has been a success up top at Jones and Player. Short of the season pass being purchased, we don't have a better solution to that.
yeah. No,
John, what about, sorry, I was going to say, what about a gift card? If they bought a gift card?
You can buy a gift card. You would just simply read the 16 digits off the back of the gift card when you call in. So you could buy a gift card. You could put $500 on it, $100, whatever you'd like, but you'd still have to call in that gift card. We don't have accounts set up for, the only time we have accounts set up is if you're a member of the club. Then we would go in and bill you each month. That's reserved for people that are members of the overall club.
John, just a couple more questions over on the chat if you wanted to.
All right. What will the title of YouTube be? I'll be posting it to my Jason and the Godfather YouTube page. We haven't done a video in a while because of social distancing, but I'll be posting it to that page if you want to search for that, Jason and the Godfather. Where do you find your handicap? Greg will be putting that together, and he will have a list. We didn't release the list publicly last year. We just had everybody just ask me before their round. We could make it public this year, Greg, if we want to. At least at the beginning of the season, we can post it on. Somehow we can probably post it on Golf Genius on the back end page.
It is in Golf Genius, yeah.
Oh, it is in Golf Genius.
Yes.
There you go. So it's already there. Greg's on fire. League fee is not included in the season pass, correct? No, league fee is not included in the season pass. League fee goes toward the prize pool, essentially. And we do pull a little bit out of that at the end of the year for that banquet. So it's not included in the season pass. Season pass, what's included in that is all the greens fees you want to play all year at Apple, all the range balls you want to hit at Apple, and then 10% off any instruction. So if you wanted to do a lesson with Marissa, you could take 10% off. We would make the pass holder, just remind us, and we would make sure that we wouldn't charge you the full vote. We would charge you the price minus 10%.
You said the range also it includes?
Every range ball you want to hit. So we put 75 balls on your card daily, but if you wanted to really work on your game and hit 150 golf balls, you would just let us know and we'll give you a few extra tokens after you're done using your 75 for the day. The reason we had to put a limit to that was due to theft. People were just, hitting 75 balls and then taking 75 balls onto the golf course with them. Or they put it in their trunk of their car and hit them in their backyard. So we had to make that. But if we know that you're really going to hit the golf balls, the team knows. They'll hand the tokens out to you. If you were not in the league last year, I assume we would not have a handicap. When would that be determined? That could be determined two ways. One, if you have a legitimate handicap with the USGA, you can give us that number, and we will make that your handicap for our 9-hole league. The second way is to develop the handicap by just playing golf. You won't be able to win net prizes in the first few weeks until you develop the handicap out of fairness to the rest of the league. I can't have someone who's a really, really good player coming in and winning net because they would just be an 18 handicap. We can't have that. So you would develop your handicap, but you could still win gross prizes until then.
John,
Yes.
how long does it take to develop the handicap?
Greg and I feel like it was fair to do 2 rounds. That's very friendly. Most times they're going to say 5 rounds of golf if you were to get a legitimate USGA handicap. But we did 2 rounds last year. So if you happen to play this next Tuesday and you play once in June, we'll have a handicap for you June 1st when we revise the handicaps. We only revise the handicaps once a month. It's a lot of work for Greg to revise the handicaps, and we feel like once a month is enough.
Okay, thank you.
If you have a gin handicap from another home course, can we start that handicap? The answer to that is yes. Just email me what your gin number is. We'll look it up and we'll put it into the system, and you will be able to compete for gross and net prizes. Any more final little questions? All right, if you think of anything, email me, call Greg, call me up. We'll be here. The season starts next Tuesday. The course opens this coming Thursday at 7 a.m. Forecast looks pretty good for the rest of the week here. And I want to thank all of you for taking the time to do this Zoom chat. It's been fun. And hopefully we don't have to do it again. Hopefully we can just have regular meetings in the future. Thank you very, very much. And we'll see you very soon.
Thank you, John.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.